So Brian, you have the floor.
Thank you very much indeed for this wonderful opportunity. I would like to introduce to you Challenge to Change. Challenge to Change is a development education project aimed at all students from 4 to 18 years of age in Irish presentation schools. These hands-on projects raise awareness of global inequality as they foster critical thinking as students understand how their local action can have a global impact. What better way to bring about learning than to ground the Challenge to Change projects in the SDGs, a living plan for the future that connects us all? The vision of the project is driven by the presentation charism and ethos, embracing the challenge of working with those who are furthest behind. Justice, human rights, sustainability, and promoting right relationships are central to the presentation mission. Challenge to Change is about empowering students as they explore SDG themes, encouraging a social consciousness, a broader vision, and an appreciation of complex worldly issues. Challenge to Change harnesses the energy and enthusiasm of all students, and while an individual class may take the lead, projects are generally a whole school effort. This vision and passion inspires young people to consider reasons why there are so many people so far behind. Students choose projects that relate to people, planet, partnership, peace, and prosperity, the 5 Ps of the SDGs as mentioned earlier. The map here shows the spread of the Challenge to Change project across Ireland in its nearly 20-year existence. For many schools, such has been the learning and the impact that they are serial Challenge to Changers. Importantly, not all schools are the same. Some are located in wealthier areas, some in poorer urban and rural areas. Some schools are extremely large, whilst others, by comparison, are fairly small. Some schools have classes for students with extra needs, but all students are invited to engage, and there is a firm promise to leave no one behind, echoing an important principle that underpins the SDGs. Challenge to Change projects are non-competitive. Entries are not judged. It is accepted that all schools have produced, learned, and shared to the best of their ability. Engaging with the project ensures the support of a tried and tested process that outlines how the projects might be collectively planned, who might be involved, how it might be recorded, indicating a possible timeline, taking all through the project step by step. This year, the Challenge to Change team asked that all projects would adhere to the theme of climate change, but with this in mind, they offered a possible list of topics and suggested actions only as a guide, but not limited by the suggestions. So what are the activities that engage the students who take part in these Challenge to Change projects? Here you can see just a small sample of possibilities. The students form a committee and are focused in discussions as they buy into their Challenge to Change project. They make important decisions together. Completed applications are signed by the school principal and returned to the Challenge to Change team. The leadership of the teachers and the formal commitment is key to the success of the projects. Previously, some projects have taken an investigative look at those who are furthest behind, as well as taking an action to make a difference, awakening that social justice spark, prompting active, participative global citizenship with important opinions that may well have been shaped by their work on their respective Challenge to Change projects. Raising awareness is a key element of each project. In this example, a child employed is a future destroyed, an interesting challenge for the young students in this photograph. Another impressive and impactful project looked at plastic waste, the effects on the oceans, on marine biodiversity, as students thought to practically reuse some of the carelessly discarded plastic. They reimagined the waste and produced costumes, jewelry, and accessories that would be the envy of any Parisian or New York catwalk. Costumes entitled Milk in It, Rewind, Brood Awakening, Colour Bomb, Fayette, the Fairy of the Forest, and Minima of the 100,000 styrofoam beads. Some of the topics chosen are complex, difficult, and often confronting. For example, child soldiers or human trafficking. But this doesn't deter students from researching, caring, and working to raise the profile and awareness of topics that perhaps we mightn't like to hear about. Homelessness is a lived experience for many in Ireland and is regularly reported on in the context of urban homelessness. One presentation school made rural homelessness the focus of their project, researching, listening, questioning, and reporting on their findings. Their Challenge to Change project not only proved that rural homelessness is a real lived issue for so many in Ireland, they went on to make a practical action for those who lived on their streets. Together with parents, they raised money to purchase a van, which they now use for the weekly delivery of sandwiches and practical supports. Their work has had the attention of the media, and this project is an example to others in that it has researched and solved. The project lives on, but more than any of this, those who are homeless in this part of rural Ireland are accompanied in their dignity. Towards the end of the school year, all participating schools are invited to send representatives who will speak to their projects at special seminars that celebrate the achievements of all, that showcase the work and highlight the learning and insights, allowing all in attendance to shine. This is when the Challenge to Change project really comes to life. There is a renewed energy. Student creators are eager to explain their learning. They want to tell you the best parts, the worst parts, the fun parts. They want to show you their piece of the work. But more than anything that stands out is their enthusiasm, their passion for their chosen subject, their authoritative explanations, and their confidence, and their willingness to share, and their ability to stand over their work. Prior to the seminar, the students will have presented their work to other classes, their whole school, parents, and perhaps even the school next door. They have become experts in their own field. They have become instruments of intergenerational understanding and change, and they have taken active, competent steps to make a positive difference. All who attended are also treated to educational workshops that are offered by international NGOs and others with experience in working with those who are furthest behind. But what of the Challenge to Change projects this year? This is one school who created an imaginative rap to alert all to the carbon emissions associated with transport. Have a listen out, in particular for the Dublin accent here.
1, 2, 3.
Get out of the car, it's not that far. Walk, scoot, or cycle to school. If you can't do that, just carpool. We all need to do our bit, or climate change is gonna hit. Each of us has a role. We don't want climate change to take control.
A little further afield, in Galway, the students paid careful attention to fossil fuels, learning about COP26 and the SDGs as they visited the Galway wind farm, researching costs, technology, local and global impact. Their guided learning is interactive and cross-curricular. In this little video, the students have saved plastic bottle caps from entering the sea and the ocean and created a seascape, alerting us all to the effects of our plastic pollution. This is a little quieter, so you might have to listen a little closer.
This is our Challenge to Change mural, and we painted it and put bottle caps on.
We asked the whole school to bring in some bottle caps, and we've sorted them, and you can really see how much bottle caps and plastic they've come from, and now we put them on here so they don't end up in our oceans.
It took us a long time to sort out the bottle caps and glue them all on, and we've been taking time out of our class time to do this, and there's a lot of plastic that's came out of the ocean for this, and this is our turtle, and this is our starfish, and these are some of our plants, and there's an octopus that hasn't been stuck yet, and there's a dolphin up there underneath that, and all the blue is the sea all around it. This is our challenge to change.
And this is the final impressive result. So there you have it. Students leading by example, becoming teachers in a world where every country has signed up to the SDGs, but where really only very few take them very seriously. The Irish government can talk a good game, but it's the students here of Challenge to Change who walk the talk. Challenge to Change is about doing. It's about learning by doing. It's about valuing all. It's about rearing young advocates, and it's about the integration of speaking and thinking that puts the person and their dignity at the center. It's about being moved by the heart as it taps into a curiosity and promotes teamwork where participation and affirmation are the prizes. In the words of one young participant, there are so many ways of challenging to change. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity.